Sam Rivers, who was the bass player for Limp Bizkit. He died and he was only 48 years old. Absolute tragedy. And I believe they just toured within the last few years. Or maybe even within the last year. 48 is far too young. May he rest in peace. Okay, now we have scrutiny of Prince Andrew continues, despite giving up his titles. And I was like, okay, duh. I'm sorry, but how come you think you can just get away with stuff because you give up your titles or because you quit your job? Like these are still things that need. I don't understand anything. Getting rid of your titles is not the same thing as going through a legal process or getting justice served, you know? This is kind of crazy. We have Denise Richards, her ex, Aaron Vipers. I don't know who he is, but he reveals her OnlyFans income numbers, and he demands half. He demands half because he took the photos. And I'm like, well, okay, let's say maybe you deserve something for being the photographer, but they were married. I don't even know what to say about that. I'd be like, get lost, bro. But unless he was gonna get in the photos, he's not getting half. And then connected to that, we have Denise is now seeking a permanent restraining order, alleging that Vipers was subjecting her to DV. So they got a lot going on. Denise, man. Denise stays going through it. Kristen Bell was dragged for a tone-deaf anniversary post. Apparently she said happy birthday to the man that said he'd never kill me, even though he is highly incentivized to kill me. Which I think she made like a little joke, but then people were taking it seriously. And I still think it's the what about me-ism or whatever, like just let her say her little. I get how some people could be triggered, but what? Anyways, there is a Netflix Stranger Things finale. Now this finale is coming to theaters. It will also premiere on Netflix. So the premiere is simultaneously, I believe it's on New Year's Eve. So you can either watch the premiere at home on Netflix, which if you already have Netflix, that's the financially smart way to do it. Or you can go see it in the theaters just to like make an event of it. I was not big on Stranger Things. My husband loves it. And unpopular opinion, I cannot stand Winona Ryder. I can't. She seems. I think it's her. I think she always seems like whining, kind of whining. I don't know. Foo Fighters roll out 2026 stadium tour dates, and this tour is called Asking for a Friend. I do like a few Foo Fighters songs, not enough to go to like a full event, but I like the Foo Fighters. Oh my god. Okay, this is gonna date me, but I don't care about that. The Hand That Rocks the Cradle. I watched that as a kid, and I loved it. I was obsessed. It is about how do I explain it? A woman who suffers a loss, a pregnancy, you know, and she gets a little cuckoo. She goes to be a nanny for a family that has a kid and a baby, and she let's say this is like the original housemaid. She gets obsessed with this family and wants to like take over this family. Okay, well they remade it. They remade The Hand That Rocks the Cradle, which was a 90s thriller, and it got good reviews for the most part. So I do want to watch that ASAP. it's like, what, are you still in love with that, your creep ex and the creep ex before that? Like, move on, girl. That whole thing was her and that Tristan guy and his Lori Loughlin and Massimo Granui are heading for divorce. And sources say that the prenup does not benefit her. She will likely walk away from a 28-year marriage with nothing. Now, I can't stand the lady because of that college stuff, but I don't know if he's any better. He didn't serve time, so does that mean he didn't know about it? I don't know. Or care. Prince Andrew, 65 years old, has not paid rent on the Royal Lodge in 2 decades. I mean, but why would he if he hasn't been evicted in 20 years? Why would he? He tried it. He tried not paying rent. It worked. And so he kept doing it. And I guess somebody, sources say that he spends his days playing Call of Duty. He loves Call of Duty. So they were like making fun of that. That's an ironic name of a game to play when you aren't paying your rent. Maybe duty calls, maybe go earn some money. But now he's probably out of options, right? The death of Kiss's ace, Freely's, is under investigation because they had determined originally that it was a fall, but now apparently they're giving it a second look. 911 Nashville star Isabella Tate dies at age 23, just weeks after filming. She died of a neurological disease, and it's got a funny name. It's called Charcot-Marie Tooth disease, but it didn't seem to have anything to do with teeth. It was something that could cause your muscles to waste away, but as I was reading about it, it said it likely you would live a normal expectancy, but just you'd have to kind of monitor and see if you needed to use a walker or like what. So 23 is crazy and it's really sad, and I never watched the show, but awful. Another death on here, TikTok star Aman Atienza dies at age 19 by her own hand. Her father is a TV personality that I do not know of, but I can't believe being like what they're going through, and man, all these people just rest in peace so much. Abdullah the Butcher, which is a wrestling legend, is hospitalized at 84 years old amid a serious health battle. This one's kind of weird. Kim Kardashian reveals a brain aneurysm diagnosis. It was previewed in the season 7 premiere. She believes it to be caused by the stress and the aftermath of her divorce. Again, do we believe the Kardashians about anything? Remember when she said like she hadn't had work done and stuff, like she had those fake I can't remember. I haven't paid attention to the Kardashians in forever, but I don't know. Prince Andrew, there's Prince Andrew all over this Prince Andrew's banner removed from the chapel at Windsor Castle. I think Windsor Castle is the one that me and my son went to when we went overseas. Johnny Depp is set to play Ebenezer, which I think he'd make a great Ebenezer. And this is his first role since that whole drama some years back. Also, it's a film from Ty West, and he does horror. As far as I know, he did the X trilogy. He does horror. So, is this going to be more extreme horror? This isn't your mama's Ebenezer Scrooge, okay? Is what I'm gathering. Malcolm in the Middle celebrates a revival with all I saw was with the older brothers, so I don't know how much of the cast is coming back or what this revival looks like. Is it going to be one episode, a movie, a little series? I don't know. Jelly Roll reveals that he cheated on his wife Bunny XO, calling it one of the worst moments of his adult life. I was like, okay. The wording on that just seemed bizarre. bizarre to me because, I mean, I'm sure in the moment that wasn't the vibe. I can see him saying that was one of the worst adult decisions I ever made, or the aftermath of that was one of the worst moments of my life, or